Days Gone is a title that came out back in April of 2019, guys. This is an action-adventure survival horror game that released, guys, and there's been a number of people that are speculating and talking and hoping for a continuation of this franchise. And so I want to talk about, guys, is Days Gone 2, as far as, will we see a sequel, a true continuation to the original Days Gone game? So let's talk about it. So guys, there's a couple of things that we have to go over here. The first one being the reception of a title, and the second is always the sales, right? Really, technically, the sales are generally speaking first. And that always dictates, those two things dictate whether or not you're going to see a continuation of a title, most likely. So number one is sales, guys. Number two is reception. Days Gone, guys, like I said, came out back in 2019, so not too long ago, but people are already hoping to see a continuation of this game and hoping that it's going to turn into a full-blown franchise. Now, Days Gone, guys, it received mixed or average reviews according to the review aggregator Metacritic. Critics felt that the gameplay and world design showed promise, but ultimately felt underdeveloped. The story was criticized, noting that it did little to characterize the protagonist, although Witwer's performance was praised. So when we look across the board, guys, Metacritic gave it a 71 out of 100. You've got Game Informer 7.8 out of 10. That's pretty good. GameSpot 5 out of 10. That's okay. I mean, pretty average. IGN 6.5 out of 10. That's okay as well. Videogamer.com gave it 8 out of 10, and The Escapist gave it 8 out of 10 as well. So when we look across the board, yes, very average. If you were to ask me, guys, from the reception alone, if I looked at that, I would say there's a 50-50 chance they're going to make a continuation of this if they're just going based on the critical reception. Now, as far as the sales are concerned, despite the mixed reviews, Days Gone was the best-selling physical game in the United Kingdom in the week of release. It went on to be the best-selling software release in all the format sales charts for 3 consecutive weeks. In Japan, Days Gone outsold 2 other PlayStation 4 exclusive games at launch, God of War and Horizon Zero Dawn. It went on to surpass the lifetime sales of God of War and another exclusive PlayStation 4 game, The Last Guardian. In its first 3 days after launch, it sold approximately 114,000 physical units. In North America, Days Gone was the second best-selling video game software for the month of April, behind Mortal Kombat 11. This marks Days Gone as the 7th highest debut in sales for a Sony-published title and the best-selling game developed by SIE Bend. Days Gone proceeded to become the second best-selling video game software in North America for April 2019. By June 2019, it was the 8th best-selling video game of the year. So, to say the least, guys, even though it had those mixed reviews, Days Gone sold very well. I mean, when you're putting it up there, when you're talking about God of War, Horizon Zero Dawn, sure, that's in Japan, but still, that's a pretty big deal. Days Gone, especially for a brand new IP, to do that well is pretty impressive. So, if you were to give me and ask me, will we see another Days Gone title? Absolutely, guys. There's no debate about it probably at this point. It's probably been greenlit for a while now. I would say just when you look at how well Days Gone actually did for a brand new IP, I know I was certainly very surprised. But the other thing is, guys, is that in an article that was written by Connor Sheridan and Alex Avard of Games Radar, studio director Chris Reese talks about the future for the franchise. We still don't have any word on Days Gone 2 or any other kind of sequel, but the game studio director says his team is definitely not done with that world. Chris Reese spoke to Games Radar's own Alex Avard after Days Gone won the Golden Joysticks PlayStation Game of the Year for 2019, and Reese said that getting this recognition was a great encouragement to keep going with the Days Gone universe. So right off the bat, guys, obviously this article was written back in 2019, late 2019, but what we can take from this is that they're absolutely going to be working on more Days Gone. So for those of you who are big fans of this title, this very well might be the next, franchise that really comes out, turns into, just kind of a very beginning and kind of a good start, obviously, for a brand new IP. But this could become a pretty nice-sized franchise, like of the likes of like Dying Light and all, World War Z and all these other games that are starting to come out in this same kind of horror, survival horror genre. Could Days Gone be like the next, State of Decay or something? It's something that you gotta definitely keep your eye on. Oh yeah, it is certainly a passion of ours, and that's what we've always wanted to do, Reese said. This is a world that we want to keep breathing more life into and explore many, many different avenues. So who knows? We'll see. A resume update from a Bend Studio employee indicates that the team has recently entered pre-production on a new game. There's no official word on what this game will be, but given the positive response to the first Days Gone and Reese's comments after receiving the award, a sequel seems quite likely. Whatever direction the studio goes next, Reese said he was grateful to receive the recognition for Days Gone from fans, as the golden joysticks are voted on by the player community. It's awesome because there was so much dedication and hard work from the team, and this is kind of the final payoff for that. To see the players actually engage with the game and really enjoy the passion that we put into it, to see that come back, it's awe-inspiring. If Days Gone 2 really is coming, there's a good chance that it will be a PS5 exclusive. Sony has already showed off how the console's new approach to storage consoles will allow for faster loading and more fluid open-world gameplay. So tearing across a new stretch of the post-apocalyptic wasteland on a roaring motorcycle could be a great fit. And I agree. Now, here's what I'm going to say, guys. When we look at, Days Gone here as a whole, I absolutely believe that the next title SIE Bend is working on is Days Gone 2. Just because, not really necessarily because of the reception, but more so because of the sales, and, it seemed like it was doing better over the stretch of time. So Days Gone 2, guys, I think is a foregone conclusion at this point. When could we see it, though? That's the real question, guys. We could be a ways away from Days Gone 2, to be quite honest. And the reason is because when you look at, all these other titles that are coming out, and let's just talk, Sony in particular, you look at Naughty Dog and how long it took between The Last of Us 1 and The Last of Us 2 for them to bring that out. Sure, they were working on other stuff like Uncharted, but you look at, other games out there, guys, even God of War, right? We haven't gotten a sequel to God of War as of yet. We probably will at some point or another, and it's probably going to be shown off relatively soon. But it's been years, guys, between, that first one, I guess the reimagining of God of War, to what could be the second one, which everyone's highly anticipating. Same thing with Horizon Zero Dawn. Obviously, the second one is now going to be coming out. Days Gone 2, I just think that it could be a number of years away till we even see an announcement of it. Maybe we get an announcement next year, guys, 2021, probably at the earliest. But I would say probably 2022 is when you're going to probably see the announcement. It'll probably be a year or so after that when we actually get our hands on a copy of the title. But guys, for those asking where is Days Gone 2, it hasn't been that long, and it sounds like this thing has been greenlit as far as for a sequel, so we should be getting one, I would say in the foreseeable future. But let me know, guys, what do you think? Do you think that Days Gone 2 is definitely coming out, or do you think that this is something that you almost have to keep your fingers crossed? I mean, Chris Reese, guys, is making it sound like they're already working on Days Gone 2, pretty much almost confirming it as a whole. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. What are some things that you guys would like changed, brought back in Days Gone 2? Let me know in the comment section down below. And for more Days Gone 2 content and videos, stay here with Zero TV.